What is up, YouTube, Oaklife? This is the Roots and Branches video brought to you in part by Chreg, and we are here with special guest Lilia, like champion finance officer. That's what CFO stands for,
yeah,
right? Exactly, champion. I'm just making things up. And she's going to talk to us a little bit about Oaklife and finances and stuff like that. But just take a minute. See the pretty trees? See all this good stuff out here? Lilia be volunteering her time. So she's kicking butt and she's on break right now. So thank you so much for allowing us to occupy your space and your time today.
Yes, no
tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, so the official story is that this took 15 minutes, all right?
Okay.
So don't tell my boss. Yeah, about me, my name is Lilia and I'm officially the Chief Financial Officer. I like to think more like treasurer / volunteer bookkeeper. It sounds a little bit more chill, more relaxed, which is what I try to be, but really I'm kind of high-strung sometimes. But sometimes that's what is required when you're helping shepherd and manage the church budget, and that's what me as a member of the financial team helps in doing. We keep track of our financials, make sure that expenses are going to reasonable things, and that our income also remains at a level that we like to see for sustainability and for health. About me personally, I've been with Oaklife maybe like a little bit over 3 years now, if I'm not mistaken. And I try to help as much as possible. I love it. It's a great community, and I'm very grateful and very honored to be able to serve you in this way specifically.
It's awesome. We're honored to have you.
Yeah.
Hands down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Part of the reason we wanted to start with that is because Oaklife really is run by people like Lilia who give their time and energies to help make us a healthy tree with beautiful branches and deep roots. But so we thought we'd take a minute. We've updated our budget. We'll be sharing it on some Sundays, but we thought we'd have Lilia make a YouTube video that we could reference and point people to, just giving us a budget update and giving some backstory to where money at Oaklife goes. So if you wouldn't mind, where is our budget currently? How are we doing financially? That sort of thing.
Yeah, so I'm happy to report that our actuals are pointing us in a healthy direction, although there are ways that we could be a little bit more comfortable in the patterns that we're seeing, but between the financial generosity and the volunteering, and not just of those that help set up on Sunday, but the behind the scenes and all the administrative tasks and the leadership tasks. Where did I start that sentence? So anyway, between all those things happening together, we're at a good place. Though, as someone that looks into all this data on a spreadsheet, I'd like to see more reliability, like patterns that happen on a monthly basis. That we're like, in fact, I want to be able to predict for you, the next 6 months. So that's one place where I think, as a relatively new church, we're still working toward, but I can say we're at a good place, at least for the last several years, and what we've projected for the coming fiscal year.
Cool. Where does the budget go? What does it cost, and what are the things that cost money to make Oaklife what it is?
That's a good question. So I think the most obvious ones are that we have 2 staff, we've had 2 staff at church, and so a lot of the church giving, the generosity, goes toward your salaries as church staff. And then we just recently, thank you for all your work, and we just recently added a childcare director, because as you may know, and you may have been hearing at church, we are offering childcare on a weekly basis now, and we've also worked toward hiring a spiritual direction intern for the church, so that there are more resources for our members to really live out the kind of religious and spiritual and community life that they like to. And we thought that there was an area that could be filled with a spiritual direction intern. So those are kind of the big budget items, apart from rent, which is a huge piece. So as much as it's lovely to meet at Lake Merritt when we do, we really need kind of like a home base. We're very lucky to be at the New Parkway Theater. It's a great place, very community centric in ways more than just geographic. So that's another area where our budget is well spent, I believe, and there's a little minutia of running a 501c3 organization, which is what Oaklife is, and we have things like insurance, liability insurance, and the software costs of running this organization.
A website.
Yeah,
that kind of stuff,
exactly.
So largely it's staff, rent, and then admin expenses.
Yes. Yep. Sunday coffee even.
Yeah. Sunday coffee.
True story.
Which I got to pay for today, by the way.
Hey.
Instruments for worship, and batteries for the mics and things like that. Yeah.
Do you know? So you touched on the we're hiring a child care director, so we're adding kids ministry, or child care we should call it that, at least at first. What's our total budget? Do you know, just roughly? You don't have to get like the exact numbers for this one.
Just a number to project.
Yes. So for fiscal year 2019-2020, which is the one that just started, July through June of next year, our budget is around $172,000.
Cool. And so I always like to ask people if that seems like a lot or a little, and that's, in my experience, for a church of our size, actually really small, relatively speaking. And that's partly because we are lean. Chreg and I don't have benefits yet. Hopefully that's something that we can have in the future. Our rent is pretty affordable. We don't spend a lot of money on like marketing or those sorts of things. So that's kind of the nuts and bolts of what that covers. So that's an increase from last year, right?
Yes, that's about a $28,000 increase in budgeted expenses over what we spent last year.
Yeah, and it's primarily the lion's share of that is kids' childcare, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
so that includes both wages for our child care director and the rent for Theater 1, which is where kids will be meeting on a weekly basis.
Cool. Okay, so that's great information. An increase of almost 30 grand for our budget. How are we gonna pay for that?
We're gonna pray.
There you go.
And we're gonna leave it at apart from that. No, seriously, yes. We pray for the health and sustainability of our community, but also just making it as easy as possible for our community to engage with their time and treasure. So that involves making it easy for people to give online, and explaining how we as a community share this responsibility. And it turns out to be, not so complicated. Sometimes it can be like an intimidating prospect to look into how you could contribute, say beyond volunteering, which is, by the way, priceless contributions. But we did some calculations, and if everyone at Oaklife gave $20 more than what they're giving at now, we'd
Per
be
month?
Yes, per month we'd be meeting the monthly levels of giving that is required to take us, to help us meet the revenue necessary to be able to expend what we've budgeted as expenses.
Cool.
Wow.
So if everybody gave $20 more per month, whether you're just starting and want to give something, or you're already giving in some form and want to add some, that would cover the difference. And that's not crazy.
No, it's not crazy at all. And like I said, kind of take stock of where you're at, and I think We see such generous and such amazing giving already. But if it's close to your heart to see the child care flourishing and other outreach, something I forgot to mention is we made LGBTQ plus and Pride outreach an official part of our budget. It would be awesome to see that grow, and our activities also, reflect our commitment to that area. If there's like things that make you excited, come talk to me. What can we do to make your engagement with the church through your generosity feel that much more, connected to you?
Cool. Last thing, how could people give? What are the ways to give?
So, if you have been with us on Sunday, you may have noticed these little brown baskets being passed around during the couch conversations. That's the analog way of giving, and totally fine. You could mail your check to the Oaklife offices, but you're gonna have to look up the address because I don't know it top of mind.
337 17th Street. Is that it?
Unit 102.
There it is. Let's go.
94612.
There it is.
Wow,
I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you. And let's see. Yes, I remember now. Push pay. So if you go to oaklifechurch.com and click on generosity, you will be taken to this really straightforward page where you can insert your name and information and how much you want to give. Click submit, and the money will be transported to our bank account. So online generosity, you can give on Sundays, you can mail your check, and yeah, I think that's it for now. There are other kind of cool ways, but we'll see if we can get there. Like you could text to give. Yeah. But for now, these have been working great for us, and you should feel welcome and encouraged to use whatever method suits you best.
Thanks.
Bye.
Hey.
So I think that's it. Thanks, Lilia, for sharing, and thanks to everyone in the community for making Oaklife what it is.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Cool.
All right. Now high fives all around. Bam. Bam. Bam.